This is a JustTheFab.com exclusive.
We are here with the woman of all trades, Soledad O'Brien. How you doing tonight?
I'm really well, thank you.
You know, we're here supporting Tyra and the Floss and Ball, and we're talking about all of our flaws. What are some of your flossoms?
So many. How much time do you have?
I can't find them. Where are they?
Yeah, well, you know, I have freckles. Black girls with freckles, sometimes that's a tough sell. I have giant hair that I had to learn to work a flat iron. I wish I were 5'9", but somehow I stopped growing at about 5'5". You know, I have tons. I can be a little bit argumentative. People have told me I don't know what they're talking about. You know, so I guess I think what Tyra's doing and her message is exactly right on. It's taking those things that you sort of sometimes wish you didn't have and saying, this is what makes me me. And working them, you know, making them the highlight of yourself. And so I think she's got a great message for young women especially, and some not so young women like me.
Like all of us. You know, we have a presidential election coming up in just 3 weeks, and everyone's buzzing about the second debate. Who, in your opinion, won the debate?
You know, I agreed with the polls. I felt the polls showed, the CNN ORC polls showed that President Obama did a better job in the debate overall, but when you looked at how they polled people in individual categories on the economy and on other specific issues, Mitt Romney did very well. He beat the president in some categories, and so I think that was very true. I thought overall, to me, the president seemed stronger, certainly much better than his first performance in the first debate. I thought that Mitt Romney was somewhat defensive in some of his answers, but they both did very well. They did very well, and I think it's what's going to make the third debate a really good debate.
Yeah, things pretty much got really heated between them. You could see the tension going on
there. So, you know, we would look out and it really felt hostile. It was interesting. I talked to Candy Crowley, and she said it didn't feel that way as the moderator. She said it didn't feel like they were angry with each other, but I felt watching it in the room.
Yeah, and you know, Candy's been taking quite a bit of backlash because people are saying that she's siding with Obama. How do you respond to that? Do you agree with that?
What Candy did was to take the moment that she had and fact check, which was true. When asked about what had happened in Benghazi, the quote was, in fact, something that President Obama had said, and she said yes. And then she went on to fact check Governor Romney and say, but you're right, it took 2 weeks, actually it took more, for the administration to come around and sort of get their story together because they had been not only contradictory and confusing and all over the place. So I think she fact checked both. And I thought she did it really well, and I would have done exactly the same thing. So I think as a journalist, she did a great job.
So who are you voting for?
Oh, gosh. I think I have till November 6th, like everybody else, to decide, don't I?
Great answer. Thank you so much,
This
Soledad.
is a JustTheFab.com exclusive.